Mark, you said before the game that you didn't want to be passengers in it, and for 88 minutes you were on top, weren't you?
I'm going to try not to swear. So I thought we were good. I thought we were really good. I thought out of possession we were good. I thought we got most things right. I think in possession for the first 15 minutes we tended to go. We rushed it, and we tried to go long too early. After that, I think we started to settle down into a rhythm and started to pass the ball like we know we can do. And you've got to put that into the context of the way that they press. You know, because even though that they've made some changes, the players that come into the side are top players. They are the top players. So what generally happens, or what can happen in clubs, and when you make those changes and you do it for a cup game, then they can look at it and think that they're second best, or they're the subs, or they're the reserves, or whatever, and then they're mentally not on it. And that's what you hope for as a championship team or as a team from a lower division. And I think that they've been. I think they performed really, really well. To be fair, I thought they came after us really well. I think that even though we got some things wrong, it was because of the pressure they put onto you with their press. Hence the reason we went long a little bit early in the game. But I thought we settled down really well. We created some really decent openings. We still have to be more ruthless, let's be honest. And also, when you have a chance, I keep saying it, life presents you with chances, and we seem to not take those chances at this moment in time. You know, I look back to the playoff final and the game against Manchester United, and it was there. It's there. The game's there. The game was there tonight for us. And we just didn't manage to take it. There's the disappointment. But there are so many positives from the game. You know, the finish from Brandon. I mean, when Norman gets into that position down the left, and he showed great composure, he showed some brilliant skills, great pace, everything that you want from a centre forward. He gets his head up and plays a really well-weighted pass into Brandon's path, and that's a finish. That's the finish that you look crisp, clear, clean. Keeper had no chance, and I think deservedly put us 1-0 up. And then you have chances that you know, in the first half we had one from Rudy where the ball gets played across, and he controls it really well onto the goal, but they get a block. And whilst those might be difficult chances, we've got to start converting those types of opportunities. And the second half, we had balls into the penalty area that we missed. There's, you know, Efren's had a couple of opportunities again at the far post. You've got to keep getting in there. Just keep getting in there, because they'll score. Those will turn into goals for us at some point. And you know, I think from our perspective, yes, it's disappointing we didn't sort of see the job and get over the line, but there are lots and lots of positives to take from that.
Pats on the back for playing magnificently against Man United at Wembley, and again tonight. We're all well and good, but they're not much consolation if you don't go through to the next round, are they?
Depends on your perspective. I think if you're Tottenham Hotspur, you're probably relieved to go through tonight at our expense. I think that they're a really good side. I think they're really well managed, by the way. I think he's a top manager, Ange, and I think he's got them playing in a really good way. Their team that played Saturday against Arsenal, there's still loads and loads of possession for them. They've got top players, so it depends on your perspective. From my perspective, we're looking at trying to go and be in their company week in, week out again as a club in the top tier. And from where we've come from in the last 5 or 6 years, because we've come from League Two. So, got to put a bit of perspective on that, I think.
Well, just on that, I mean, Andy's been getting a bit of flack recently for results, but it sounds like from a coach's perspective, you really appreciate what qualities.
I think he's got some top players. I think he's got a really interesting style of play, one that puts players into position. It drags you out. They've got great rotations. They've got players. They've got top players. There's no doubt about it. And obviously, there's a lot of those didn't start tonight. But that isn't diminishing our performance against them this evening by any stretch of the imagination. I think that they've got top players throughout the squad. But the way that they play is a really good way of playing that will bring them good results. So, but that's the nature of where we are in life, really. You know, people want everything yesterday. And it's ridiculous, really.
Mark, Josh Eccles had the armband today. It was a really mature performance from him, wasn't it?
Did really well. Thought he did really well. Thought Jamie Allen was outstanding. I thought across the back line, I thought they were good too. You know, and there was some really good attacking performances as well. I think Hadji had some really good moments in the game. It's just not falling for him. He had a chance there with an open goal. If he'd clipped that one, we're 2-0 up, and then it starts to take the game away from them anyway. And then you do see the game out. So, you know, I think, again, it's avoidable. You know, the goals we gave them, they've not really had to work hard. But what I would say is the changes that they made, that Ange made when bringing Maddison on, Son on, Kulusevski on, you know, when Spence and Brennan Johnson were already on the field in the first half, or Brennan in the first half and Jed Spence at half-time, I think when Maddison came on, he controlled the game. He got the game under control. When you talk about getting the game by the scruff of the neck, that's what he did. You know, he got on the ball, he put the ball through one of our legs, he kept the ball, he let them move to get into good positions, and then they executed some momentum and managed to get the 2 goals, albeit one of them was a counter-attack that came at a poor pass really into their press, where we could have relieved that and played it down the side for a run. You know, that's why Ellis had come on, because you want to stretch the game and get him in behind and with that energy, and we just chose the wrong option. But it unfortunately didn't work out that way.
But overall, I mean, the lads can take great confidence.
Yeah, they should. Yeah, they should. They'll be disappointed, and rightly so, but take great confidence from it all the same.
How much would it have taken them out of them physically? Because we saw that after the Man United game.
I could only tell you on Saturday. But really, when you get into the game, you know, you can have the best laid plans and look at what the game might give you, but then it turns out to be totally different. You're in the lead, you go in with 6 minutes left, or there was 20 minutes left when I've got, you know, half an hour to go when I'm looking to make some changes, but ultimately thought it may go one way. It didn't go that way. Milan obviously played the whole game, and that wasn't an intention, because I thought because we're in the game, you've got to go and try and win the game. But that's the disappointment. You know, that's part of the disappointment, because you're in a position to go and win it. Really big game, high-profile game, all the plaudits that come with that, into the next round. We haven't been in that round for a long, long time, and you know, we end up going out. So it is disappointing from that perspective, but you've got to get past it. I've got to look past that. I've got to look past that and get on with the job of getting us prepared for the game on Saturday against Swansea.
Okay, any complaints about that incident that led to the right chance, where the goalkeeper comes out and flattens Bidwell?
Apparently, it was sort of put to me that we'd hit our own player, so our own players collided with each other. I don't know. I couldn't see it from where I was, but you'd like to think that they get those decisions right. So I haven't seen it back.
Any more?
Yeah, Mark, you've been very complimentary about Tottenham, but there must have been a time where you thought we'd done enough. I mean, the crowd were up, you were still creating chances. They looked dead and buried, didn't they? I thought, I mean, the comeback I thought was probably unexpected at one point.
Well, it should have been unexpected. It shouldn't have happened, you know, that's for sure. But a mixture of our poor decision making, tiredness, you know, player coming back from a long time out with injury, and then and not taking our opportunities earlier on. You know, also allied to that, the players that came on, as we've mentioned before. You know, give them an opportunity, and you can never say with the minutes ago what might or might not happen. We didn't think England would go through, did we, against or from the group stage? So you've got to play till the final whistle, and unfortunately for us, we gave up 2 opportunities and they took them.
Cheers, guys.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.